Last night, Jimmy Kimmel Live turned into a blazing war zone when Jimmy Kimmel kicked Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, off his show after a brutal humiliation, a jaw-dropping showdown that left viewers stunned. The studio in chaos, social media erupting with the fallout. Sources say what began as a high-stakes interview, with Musk hyping his latest innovations, spiraled into a fiery clash, with Kimmel's ruthless humor dismantling Musk to a breaking point that ended in his ejection, a moment already the night's viral bombshell. Before we dive into this explosive unraveling, drop a comment with where you're watching from. Hit subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this. Musk, the mastermind behind Tesla and SpaceX, strode onto the set with his trademark bravado, ready to discuss his bold ventures, his vision for the future. But Kimmel wasn't here for a fanfare, opening with a piercing jab. "Elon, you're a genius or just a hype machine." The quip, laced with venom, hit hard, and insiders say the audience felt it, some chuckling, others tensing, as Musk smirked, "I'm a genius, Jimmy. You're just a joker." The tension ignited fast. Kimmel rolled a clip of a Tesla Productions delay, workers scrambling. "This is your vision," he grinned. "But is it progress or just a glitch?" Musk fired back, his voice steady. "It's progress, Jimmy. I build, you mock." The crowd splitting, some cheering, others murmuring, as producers watched, sensing the segment veering off script, friction brewing early. Sources say the room buzzed, Musk's confidence held, but Kimmel's eyes glinted. He spotted a crack, the stage set for a humiliation that would end with Musk kicked off. What's gripping everyone isn't just the start. It's how swiftly it turned brutal. Musk leaned in. "You don't get my mission, Jimmy. I'm reshaping the world. You're reshaping punchlines." And Kimmel struck. "World? You're reshaping. Disasters, Elon. I'll prove it." His jab personal, piercing. The crowd gasped. Some shouted, others filmed, as the clash took a raw turn, with Musk's smirk fading, Kimmel's grin sharpening, the night charging toward a brutal, chaotic peak, the humiliation just beginning to burn. The brutal humiliation on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night surged into a blazing onslaught as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a live spark, began tearing into Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, with a series of cutting jabs that turned a tense interview into a volatile showdown, leaving the studio charged, producers on edge, Musk's bold swagger starting to fray. Sources say after Musk's defiant claim, "I'm reshaping the world," and his dismissal of Kimmel's punchlines, the host fired back with venom, fueling a clash that's already burning up the internet, inching closer to Musk's ejection. Kimmel, his grin sly, zeroed in on Musk's ambitious ventures. "Disasters, Elon. Your Teslas stall, your rockets crash." His voice dripping with sarcasm as he rolled a clip of a SpaceX explosion, debris flying, the crowd reacting fast, some chuckling, others murmuring while Musk's tone hardened. "Crash? I pioneer progress, Jimmy. You pioneer jests," his retort firm, clipped, drawing cheers, boos, from the divided audience, the tension thickening with every word. The host pressed harder. "Progress? Or just a pipe dream, Elon? You're a one-man wrecking crew," sources say. Musk's eyes narrowed, his voice rising. "Wrecking? I've built empires, Jimmy. You've built gags." The comeback bold, strained, the crowd erupting, some shouting, "Go Elon!" Others jeering, as producers whispered, "He's hooked," their headsets buzzing, the segment slipping from its usual polish, friction mounting. Kimmel grinned. "Gags? You're the clown, Elon. Your fuse is lit," his jab piercing, personal, stoking Musk's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just the taunts, it was Musk's defiance. Insiders report he leaned forward. "Clown? I've got vision, Jimmy. I'm forging futures. You're forging ratings." His tone raw, intense, and Kimmel struck back. Futures. You're forging flops, Elon, look at you. Pointing at his tense grip, the audience splitting wider, some chanting, Kimmel, Kimmel. Others jeering with phones filming, X posts surging. Musk's rattled. One read, racking up likes. As the clash grew fiercer, Musk's composure slipping. The studio pulsed with heat. Sources say Musk's hands gripped the desk. Flops? I'm a force, Jimmy. I'll outlast your snark. His voice trembling slightly. And Kimmel pounced. Force? You're a punchline now, Elon, sparking live. His words ruthless, cutting, the crowd roaring, some standing, others yelling, while producers signaled a break, their hands waving. But Musk pushed over. I'm not sparking, you're nothing. His bravado wobbling, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, he's fraying. The night charging toward a brutal, explosive peak, Kimmel's humiliation unrelenting. Jimmy Kimmel. Live erupted into a blazing inferno last night as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a searing torch, drove Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, into a brutal humiliation, a relentless barrage of biting taunts turning a heated showdown into a public breaking point, leaving the studio electric, the audience divided, Musk's bold defiance crumbling under the pressure. Sources say Musk's shaky vow, I'm not sparking, after defending his force, met Kimmel's ruthless jab, inching closer to the confrontation that led to his ejection, a moment now dominating every platform. Kimmel, his grin sharp, intensified. His attack. Punchline, Elon? Your ventures are flops, your genius is a joke. His voice dripping with mockery, as he flashed a montage, Tesla recalls, SpaceX mishaps, X controversies, the crowd reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Musk's jaw clenched. Joke? I'm a trailblazer, Jimmy. You're a cynic. His voice loud, trembling, the audience surging, cheers clashing with boos, as producers watched, hands twitching, the live feed holding, tension soaring. The host dug deeper. Trailblazer? You're trailing chaos. Elon, look at the mess. His jab vicious, personal. And Musk snapped back. Chaos? I've built the future, Jimmy. You've built nothing. His words fierce, faltering with strain, the crowd splitting, some shouting, Push on, Elon! Others jeering, with phones filming, X posts exploding. Musk's shaken, one read, trending fast. Kimmel grinned. Future? You're fading now, Elon. Your spark's slipping, pointing at his flushed glare. The audience roaring, some chanting, Break him! Others pleading, Ease up! As the chaos swelled. What turned the heat into a wildfire wasn't just the insults. It was Musk's fury, insiders say. He stood, slamming the desk. Fading? I'm a force, Jimmy. I'll bury you. His tone raw, roaring, and Kimmel fired back. Force! You're a flop factory, Elon. Bury yourself. His taunt ruthless. The crowd splitting wider, some rushing the stage edge, others yelling, with clips hitting X. Musk's unhinged, racking up shares, as Musk shouted, I'm not a flop. I'll crush you. His voice cracking with anger, hands pounding again, the room igniting. The studio became a tinderbox. Sources report producers signaled security, their voices urgent. He's hot. But Musk pressed on. You're a nobody, Jimmy. I'm the future. His fury shaking, sweat beading as Kimmel stood. Future? You're a fraud, Elon, crashing live. His command sharp, piercing, the crowd erupting, some tossing cups, others live streaming, while Musk roared, I'm not crashing, you're done. His voice thundering, eyes wild, the clash peaking, with insiders noting, he's over the edge, the night hurtling toward a brutal collapse, Kimmel's humiliation unyielding. Jimmy Kimmel Live hit its fiery zenith last night, as Jimmy Kimmel, his wit a relentless blaze, drove Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, into a chaotic collapse during a brutal humiliation, a ferocious showdown spiraling into a breaking point. On live TV, leaving the studio in turmoil, viewers agape, the internet a wildfire of reaction. Sources say Musk's thundering roar, "I'm not crashing, you're done," met Kimmel's brutal, devastating taunt that shattered his composure, sparking a meltdown that set to seal his ejection. The night's peak a raw, explosive eruption. Kimmel, his grin cold, landed a devastating blow. "Fraud, Elon? Your empire's a house of cards. You're no visionary, just a loudmouth with a megaphone." His voice sharp, cruel, as he flashed a mock reel. "Tesla stock dips, SpaceX failures, X-platform chaos." The crowd reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Musk's face twisted. "Loudmouth? I'm a titan, Jimmy. You're a speck." His voice booming, fracturing with rage. The audience surging, cheers clashing with boos, as producers watched, hands frozen, the live feed holding, chaos exploding. The host pressed the wound. "Titan? You're a con man, Elon, burning live." His jab vicious, final, and Musk lunged forward. "Con man, I've built the future. You've built nothing." His words furious, eyes blazing, with Kimmel pouncing. "Future? You're a meltdown, Elon. Your dream's a bust," pointing at his trembling frame. The crowd roaring, some chanting, "Fall, fall," others shouting, "Hold on," as phones filmed, X-posts surging. "Musk's done," one read, trending fast. Musk roared, "I'm not a bust, you're trash," his hands slamming the desk, fury spilling, a bellow shaking the stage. The clash broke wide open. Insiders say Musk stood fully. "Trash? I'm a pioneer, Jimmy, I'll crush you." His voice raw, unhinged, as Kimmel leaned in. "Pioneer? You're a fraud who's lost the plot, Elon." Crashing live. His taunt merciless. The audience surging, some standing, filming, others yelling, with clips hitting X instantly. Musk's meltdown live, one read, racking up shares, another showing his roar. "He's lost it," going viral, millions watching. Musk shouted, "I'm not a fraud, you're nothing." His voice shaking, desk rattling, the chaos overwhelming, his control gone. What primed the ejection was Musk's unraveling. Sources report he ripped off his mic. "You call me a fraud? I'm done with this circus." His voice a mix of rage, exhaustion, hurling the mic down, the crash resounding, while Kimmel laughed. "Circus? You're the clown, Elon. Get out." His words brutal, final. The crowd erupting, some rushing the stage, others chanting, "Out, out," as security lunged, grabbing Musk, who thrashed, "I'll walk, let me go." His fury blazing, the clash complete, with insiders saying, "He's shattered." The night hurtling toward his exit, Kimmel's taunt the spark that broke him. Jimmy Kimmel Live descended into sheer pandemonium last night as Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, was kicked off the set after a brutal humiliation. His thrashing, roaring exit on live TV, triggered by Jimmy Kimmel's ruthless taunt, "You're a fraud who's lost the plot," leaving the studio in shambles, viewers stunned. The internet exploding with the fallout of a showdown that broke him live. Sources say Musk's furious cry, "I'll walk, let me go," as he tore free from security, marked the end of his stand, with Kimmel's cold triumph resounding. The night's chaos hitting a blazing peak, the ejection sealing a viral spectacle. Musk, fury unleashed, broke from security's grasp. "I'll walk, let me go," his voice a ragged bellow, storming toward the exit, his frame tense, face flushed, pointing back. "This show's a sham," as Kimmel stood, arms crossed. "Sham? You're the bust, Elon, you're done." His taunt sharp, victorious, the crowd roaring, some cheering, "Out, out," others gasping, "No, Elon," while security trailed, hands hovering, unable to halt his charging retreat. The live feed, capturing every wild stride, his figure vanishing into the wings, a tempest fading under the studio lights. The audience lost all control. Insiders say some surged forward, phones flashing, filming Musk's stormy exit. Others pounded seats, shouting, "He's gone!" while a few voiced support, "Musk's real." The room a clash of noise, with producers stunned, their headsets buzzing. "He's out, keep it live," one stammered, the broadcast holding, showing the wrecked desk where Musk once sat, now a testament to his collapse. What turned this moment into a spectacle wasn't just the rage. It was Musk's downfall. Sources report his last snarl, "This show's a sham," roared as he vanished, barely audible, his defiance drowned in anger, while Kimmel waved, "Sham? You're the wreck, Elon, goodbye," his final barb ruthless. The crowd splitting wider, cheers crashing against boos, with X exploding, clips of Musk's frantic exit trending. "He's done," one post read, racking up shares, another of his mic toss. Kimmel crushed him, going viral. Millions watching the wreckage loop. Insiders say producers let the chaos unfold. The ratings spike a goldmine, the ejection too raw to cut. The immediate aftermath slammed hard. Musk's team scrambled backstage. Sources hint he raged in a hallway. "This isn't over," his voice a furious rasp, aides rushing to shield him from cameras, while Kimmel strutted. "That's how you boot a loudmouth," he quipped to the crowd, their cheers deafening, some surging the stage, others filming. As security cleared the wings, the night's end a smoldering wreck. Online, the tide turned fast. Musk crashed, one thread read, "Kimmel's king," another claimed, with analysts noting, "He broke him live." The host's victory locked, the chaos poised to blaze on. The fallout surged beyond the studio, Musk's ejection a spark that lit a firestorm, his empire at risk, the clash a defining scar. The fallout from Elon Musk's ejection from Jimmy Kimmel Live last night after a brutal humiliation by Jimmy Kimmel has ignited a firestorm of reaction, with the billionaire tech mogul's stormy exit ending in his furious backstage roar, "This isn't over," turning a live TV showdown into a global spectacle, leaving Musk's empire bruised, Kimmel's victory blazing, the internet, airwaves buzzing with takes that won't fade. Sources say what began as a defense of his tech ventures ended with Musk kicked off. His downfall a viral blaze, the clash's ripples shaking everything in its path, sealing a saga now etched in public lore. Musk's backstage rage landed like a spark. Insiders report he stormed through a hallway, fists clenched. "This isn't over," his voice a raw snarl, aides hustling him past cameras as reporters swarmed, while X erupted, his statement, "I'll rise above," posted later, pulling 190,000 likes, but swamped by replies. "You crashed, Elon," trending fast, with clips of his stormy exit, mic toss looping millions of times. "Musk crushed," a viral thread claimed. Memes of his retreat captioned, "Tesla tantrum," flooding TikTok, Instagram. Supporters rallied, "He's a visionary, they're petty," one post pleaded. But the tide surged, his reputation singed. Kimmel's camp reveled in the glory. Sources say his next show opened with, "We had Musk, he flared, I floored him." His quip smug, victorious, pulling a 70% rating surge, snagging viewers hooked on the chaos, while insiders hint, "He's gloating, he burned, I won," his team eyeing more daring strikes, with analysts noting, "He owned it," though some whisper, "Musk's plotting." The triumph edged with risk. The crowd's cheers echoed online. "Kimmel reigns," ringing across platforms, locking his edge sharper. The internet split like a fault line. Musk fans mourned, "They ambushed him, he's gold," one X-post read, racking up shares, while critics feasted. "Elon's a loud fraud," another hit viral status, with debates raging, "Was it fair?" Trending, clips of his fury dissected. "He snapped," one pundit said. "Kimmel played it perfect." Another added, predicting a hit to Tesla's stock, SpaceX's contracts, his brand scorched. Sources say Musk's holed up, fuming with talk of a counterstrike, maybe a bold X campaign. His silence loud, the ejection a scar that's sticking. Industry insiders note his ventures now face skepticism, his public image under harsher scrutiny. The ripple effects are seismic. Late nights rattled. Experts call it a shift. Kimmel flipped the script, or fried it, one said. Networks eyeing riskier guests or stricter control, risking fade if they falter, while viewers divide, half cheer. He felled a titan, half cringe, too harsh. The clash a cultural burn, Musk's fall, Kimmel's peak, etched in viral lore. The saga's impact stretches beyond the studio. Musk's empire faces new headwinds, Tesla's PR scrambling, SpaceX's deals questioned, while Kimmel's stature soars, his stage a fortress. This isn't over. It's a fuse. Musk's comeback, Kimmel's next play, set to ignite. So stay tuned. If you're hooked on this madness, smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next blaze.